Greetings and welcome. I'm Rebecca Carner, Biofield Tuner. Today's video is going to be short and sweet and is all about exactly the experience that I'm having this morning. But before I even say one more word, I wanted to lead with some sound today. So here we go. Again, regardless of whether you're watching this live or not, when you arrive to this video, arrive to where you are. Take a breath into your body and arrive into your experience of whatever your now is holding. This video is titled Being with What Is. And that proved there are, in my world at least, there are a lot of sort of catchphrases. It's okay if it's not okay. Be with your feelings and don't try to change them. Be in acceptance of reality and of the now and create from there and all of these things. And those things sound really good and they are really good and they're harder than they sound like they are by a long shot sometimes. Sometimes it's really easy. Sometimes it's really easy. And sometimes it's really challenging to be with what is. This morning, I had a time conflict between the making of this very video and what environment I was going to be in for it, and a commitment to a community that nourishes me and feeds me and supports me in ways untold. And I was having a lot of internal conflict about how to navigate that. And in the end, what I did was I am delaying my arrival time to something incredibly meaningful and pre-planned that I've already committed to, so that I can do this video at its time slot, which I have committed to. The people who are expecting me in a few minutes are some of the most gracious individuals that I have ever met in my life. And I still had a hard time asking for what I needed today. I felt insecure about asking for what I needed from people who I pretty much knew 100% were going to say, whatever, Rebecca, whatever you need to do is okay and we'll work with you. Like, it is the most loving, accepting, gracious group. But because I was going against something that I had agreed to and something that I also interiorly wanted to do, which was be there on time to meet them, I had such conflict about asking for what I needed. And it really struck me that if I am having problems, how almost incomprehensibly difficult it must be for some people who aren't surrounded constantly by people who love and support them, or if they're not sure if they do, or if they don't know how to ask, or if you've never had to navigate an internal conflict and honor yourself rather than just betray yourself and your needs for the external person or or situation, which I think is what a lot of people do. And so I really wanted to make this video because to me it was, so I've been listening to a lot of doctors and neuroscientists and psychiatrists around the cognitive, what this is saying. Wow, I'm not sure if I am live or not. I'm going to keep going and hope that this keeps going. My phone is telling me that I am disconnected. Okay, anyway, here we are arriving. Wow. Working with what is. It is almost hilarious. Sometimes the energies that be, it's almost like they're being a little sarcastic with you. Cosmic irony is in fact a thing. Okay, so I have been onboarding a lot of information from doctors and scientists and neuroscientists and psychiatrists about the cognitive binary that is, you can either be in judgment of something or you can be learning, but you can't be both, right? And so much of the time when we talk about judgment, it's often referred to about the way we judge others or the way we judge things outside of ourself. But today's video, working with what is, in my internal journey and in my trying to seek resolution about what to do about the conflicts that I was having, I realized a nuanced level of I can either be judging or I can be learning, because I was judging myself. And when I was in judgment of, Rebecca, some of the negative self-talk that I was having internally about how had I crafted it, that I was having this time conflict around things that were both so meaningful to me, and how had I arrived myself into this juxtaposition. When I was in judgment of that and kind of harshing on myself on the inside about that, I wasn't in a place where I could learn and adapt and overcome into what would be a blend, a solution, a yes and instead of an either or, right? And so if you're judging, you can't learn, or if you're in judgment, you're not in curiosity. It can happen silently and on the inside of us and not just externally. And the truth of that, anyway, so the minute I thought, I don't know what to do, I am feeling conflicted. And so I reached out to one of the people who I was supposed to meet, and I talked it out with her, and I led with, I don't have a solution, but I'm feeling conflicted and I'm not really sure what to do. Can you help me? Can you hear me? And can you help me? And the answer was yes. And a solution is being made. I am going to be a little bit late. They have they've slowed their roll a little bit, and we're going to sync up the best we can. And I am being able to make this video, and I'm being here now in a setting that I knew I could do the live, where I knew that the forks would come through at least a little bit on audio. And as the teaching in yoga on Sunday was, let the obstacle become the way, let the challenge become the path. That is literally exactly what I did this morning. this in the yoga studio where I practice, one of the catchphrases is practicing your yoga off the mat, right? We have the poses, we have the asanas on the mat, and then there's all the myriad and moment to moment ways that we practice the lessons as we move through life off the mat. And my yoga off the mat this morning took everything that I had. And even though I have a long-standing practice, it felt like effort today in a way that really surprised me. So, to take this from a very personalized starting point and into the collective, to take a breath and notice inside what you're experiencing. And if you needed something different, what might it be? And how could you ask for that? How could you both be with what is and then honor yourself in what is, and maybe try to seek to influence or shift with grace by being vulnerable, by asking, and by staying curious about what solutions that you can't see from where you are, what might be possible if you don't judge it as an either or. Well, I can either do this or that. If you kept it open, I want both. Let me reach out. I don't know how to blend those two things together. But if I hold the door open and ask, and be willing to say outside of myself that I'm not sure, but I'd like this and this, can you help me put them together? How else do you think they made Reese's peanut butter cups, right? Chocolate and peanut butter. Somebody put that together for the first time. Peanut butter and jelly. All the things, right? New combinations are endless, but not if we keep them divided. Wow, there. Be with what is and stay open to all that can be created from these funny, unimaginable combo platters that we're dealt with all the time, on the inside and on the outside of us. So, and with that, I am going to wrap this up and go meet my group. My next YouTube live will be, my next morning YouTube live will be in 2 weeks. I hope to be streaming from Colombia, South America, where I will be on retreat. But I'm also having a special spring equinox YouTube live next Tuesday evening, Tuesday, March 19th at the equinox, and it's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyway, happy Wednesday, being with what is, stay curious, ask for grace, show yourself grace, include yourself. Don't keep things on a binary. You never know what flavors can go together. Have a great day. Bye.